Welcome, Pisces, and welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is going to be a general reading, perhaps a list of predictions for the week of October the 2nd through the 9th, 2017, for those of us born in the zodiac sign of Pisces. Before I get started with your formal reading, let me say I want to thank all of you. I had such a warm reception to the 40% discount readings last week that I decided to extend it into this week as well. But in addition to the 40% discount, one of the reasons why I'm offering it is because I had a banner week last week as far as the amount of YouTube listeners who came in who were quite satisfied with their private readings. I also noticed that I had quite a number of people that subscribed last week or over the last couple of weeks. A lot of likes. Thank you so much. A lot of good, positive, constructive comments. And encouraging comments, and that's really important. As I shared in another video, it gets kind of lonely on this side. So I thank you all for reaching out to me. And because of that, I want to reach back to you and extend to you full-length readings, 40% discount, this week only. I know I said that last week, but I decided to extend it this week because the response was so overwhelming. It was so warm and so beautiful. Thank you. And so we're going to offer that same special from Monday today until Thursday at midnight for the first 25 people. All righty? All right, Pisces. The spirit has already been invoked and the cards have been anointed, shuffled, and cut according to the directions given to me by my spirit guide. And so, Pisces family members, with your kind permission, let me talk about how this week looks like it's going to shape up for you. I can tell you this much. Some of you were thinking about flying this week, or some of you were thinking about making some plans, and those plans for flying, they're not really working out at this time cycle, I should say. In other words, I'm not saying you're not going to take the trip. I'm just saying that during this week, it doesn't look as if you're going to be able to put pen to paper and commit to those type of travel plans, not as you start this week. And one of the reasons why is because one of them now is it has to do with money. It has to do with you actually holding on to money a little bit, because maybe some of you were hoping for or expecting some money to come from somewhere and that money did not come. And this is around Tuesday. That money is not going to come in the way that you hoped for. Those of you that are looking for lucky money, it's not my judgment, it's not my call. I don't recommend people playing lottery and things like that. But those of you that do participate in games of chance, this is not the 7-day cycle for that type of good luck energy. This is a time cycle, though, as you move around Tuesday, Wednesday-ish. This is a time cycle for you to look at your health, particularly your diet. Not to say that you're overweight, Pisces, but to say your diet as far as what you're taking into the temple. That type of energy, I really want you to pay attention. Some of you have knots in your stomach. And those knots in your stomach, I could see them in the spirit. And what they are is there's a need for a cleansing. We need for you to get a cleansing. And then let's work on getting a balanced diet so that we're now looking at having the appropriate amount of starches, the appropriate amount of vegetables, etc., etc. Okay? Pisces, as you move into the middle of the week, the high point of the week, you are looking at, you're beginning to, how shall I say this? You're beginning to feel the need to review and revisit some of the things that people are saying and doing. What am I talking about? I'm talking about coming to a place of truthfulness, where you're looking at the things that are going on around you. And you're beginning to understand that sometimes when things present themselves too good to be true, it's because they are too good to be true. So that's something that you're going to come to as you get to the middle of this week. It's sort of like a clarity, but it's more of an honest, it's like an honest type of thing. You're looking at like, okay, this person is saying this thing, but doing that thing. This person is putting on this type of a mask, but in fact, this person isn't really that at all. As you move into the weekend, there are two cards in front of me, and I do need to read these cards slowly to you. Because as you move into the weekend, those of you that are not interested in expanding your family, this is a time for you then to take precautions, because this is a very fertile time for you, and this is masculine and feminine energy, Pisces. This is a very fertile time. Please be mindful. Now let's look at the secondary interpretation of these cards. The Spirit has laid out two cards, and one of them offers an interpretation of a pleasant surprise coming for you as you get to the weekend. And the other card introduces you as a new person. So you might be going through a change because of that insight during the middle of the week. You might be coming to the weekend and you might be coming out as a new person. You might actually be saying, you know what, I'm seeing things different. I'm going to start a new regimen for myself, particularly after you've done that cleansing of the temple. So now you're looking at a new you, a more creative and productive you as well. And so the ideas that you have as you go into the weekend, those ideas are going to kind of catapult you to the next level in life. So Pisces, that's where your energies are heading as you get into October the 8th, October the 7th. Those energies are productivity, creativity, a new you, a better you, a more improved you. Very, very nice. Some of you might be changing your hairstyle. I do see that. As you close the week, as you close this 7-day cycle, some of you are becoming very budget conscious. Remember, I talked about how you started the week by looking for money and the money didn't come. Well, now you are actually becoming very budget conscious, and you're actually thinking about budgeting, and you're thinking about financial planning, and you're thinking about, okay, let me slow down on spending and let me try to do some calculation and see what I've spent the money on. And I think that this energy is going to get you ready for the next week's energy, but we'll see next week. Pisces, I hope that you've enjoyed this reading, and I hope that some of the information has resonated with you and has inspired you and moved you to come in for a private reading. It's a very, very good week for that. The special will only last until Thursday. Pisces, until then, love you madly. Have a great week.